So, what is going on with Reese's Pieces? Well, a whole lot. So, let me just do the minimal bare catching up. Reese was in Scientology, but then she was accidentally exposed by Aaron Smith-Levin. She was forced out of the cult. She struck out on her own, but she did join Aaron's SPTV Foundation, although she's not very active there. She's made clear she just does some of the meetings. That's about it. And it was surprising she showed up on Aaron's channel because for a long time they just weren't collaborating. But the big thing, of course, is that she was in a relationship with Tommy Scoville for quite a while, and Scoville is very open that he's an ex-convict. So a lot of people were worried about Reese, and just recently they broke up. So inquiring minds are very curious because she had been warned and told about Brett Miller, that's Scoville's real name, and his very troubling record. And she didn't seem very responsive and was attacking a lot of the fans, calling them trolls for just bringing up Brett's very troublesome record. But out of nowhere, they broke up, and Brett literally was running away. He did this very weird video where he was walking along the highway, and you're like, what is happening? What is going on here? Well, now we know a little bit more, but I'm going to keep it vague because there's still things we don't know exactly. The basic gist is that Reese was in another relationship with a man called Jeff, and they broke it up. And then Reese decided to do a lot of stories and videos on him and his connection to the Jesters. The Jesters are basically a fraternal order. They're basically a club. But Reese was very upset that at the club, apparently, Jeff and the guys are having sex with women's. Why is this a big deal? I don't know. But this was a big deal to her, and she did a lot of videos. Jeff was getting upset that he was being misrepresented. Now, I don't know the exact truth because not there. So it's going to a he said, she said. But of course, Scoville had to chime in and defend Reese and saying, yo, Jeff is a really bad guy. So Jeff did not take kindly to this. He's been pushing back on social media. But then he decided to escalate it by warning her that she could get in trouble unless she starts correcting the record. So what happened is apparently he called the police. But now this is where it gets very shocking. So the allegation is that Jeff's guns were taken by Reese and he just wants them back. And Reese did a video and I only could stomach 20 minutes because she was being very evasive and, to put it mildly, very deceptive. And her side of the story is, there's nothing here, guys. They're my guns. I don't know what's going on. This just seems like a lot of hassling of me. It's just, Reese is totally innocent. Maybe she is, but here's the problem is that Jeff let it be known that he has footage of him and Scoville. And for a while, we were speculating, is this true? But now we know that part of it is true, and some footage has been released. It's not entirely incriminating, but it doesn't look good. So it seems as if she and Brett are transporting some goods. What are they? Are they the guns? Don't know. But it definitely goes to that they've been doing some perhaps illegal things together. And part of the reason that he left her is he was getting a little nervous that she might turn him in because she does have a record of having these lovers and then backstabbing them. And it could be Brett was sensing that he was in trouble again and decided, like, no, this is too risky, right? Apparently he's still on parole for a few things. So I was like, no, I can't risk this. I got to go. And so the reason he did that weird video on the highway is he was literally running from the police, right? Because they were going to ask him questions about the guns. And so it was just getting a little too hot, a little too crazy. So you had to leave. Added to this, that Reese's timeline and what she's saying to prove her innocence, it's a little dodgy. Like maybe she doesn't know too much about the guns and whatever. We could just blame this all on Scoville. But Reese is not dumb. Like, she comes from a privileged family. She's not stupid. She often plays act like, guys, I know what I'm doing. I can't shower, can't eat. Guys, it's overwhelming. And, oh, the memory of the Hubbard. Oh, it's hitting me. Oh, it's hitting me. It's hitting me so much. It just feels all very convenient that she's saying, all these traumas are just happening to me, and Jeff's just causing a lot of trouble. But if you look at her older videos, her and Jeff were getting along just fine. What's even more weird is that the outfit Jeff had with his hat, he kind of looks like a little bit like a cowboy. Guess who was starting to imitate that style? Tommy Scoville. It just seems really plain and simple that Reese decided to replace Jeff with Scoville, and she expected basically Jeff to take a lot of her insults when he was leaving, and Jeff is not going to take the insults, and he's pushing back. And she's also misleading her fans or people, whatever you want to call them, that, oh, the Jesters are really bad. They're really dangerous. Guys, I got to take it down. I had to save the women's. I mean, maybe the Jesters are bad, but basically it's just a social club. This is not like Scientology. It is not a $4 billion cult. It's not what it is. It just seems to be a silly kind of Masonic thing where guys to get together and just have fun. Is it legal? Not legal? No, maybe, maybe not. With sex and stuff or drugs, I tend to be libertarian. I basically have the attitude, as long as it's not hurting me, I don't really care. You do what you do, I do what I do, and that is the end of the question. It's also very strange because on Reese's own channel, she gives a lot of weird, explicit, erotic stories about her life. So it's like, well, wait a minute, I don't understand. So why are you so, quote, open about your own sex life, but Jeff can't have sex with women's? I mean, you're not together anymore, so what's the big deal? I know that they were recently divorced, and that's a whole other problem that she was technically in the relationship with Scoville, even though she wasn't divorced. So maybe Jeff is a spurned lover and he's just angry. He just can't move on from Reese. Or it could just be Jeff is telling the truth that Reese is making a lot of stuff up. He's being painted as this villain. He's no such thing. And on top of this, she's committing a lot of crimes with Brett and is just trying to play innocent now that she's gotten caught. It's definitely a weird time to be watching what's going on with SPTV. And more recently, Aaron Smith-Levin has had a lot of problems with his own scandals. He's had a falling out with a lot of the former allies and friends who used to be on his board, and now he's attacking them that they're ungrateful, they're a bunch of whiny children. But guess who he's now friendly with? Reese, even though they have not done material together for a long time. And apparently, secretly, Aaron doesn't even like Reese. Now, does Reese even like Aaron? She just says, well, we're not exactly close friends. We're not hostile to one another. So it just feels like a kind of collaboration of convenience, namely that Reese is losing some people. So she wants to be close to Aaron to get his subscribers. And Aaron is losing a lot of support from people who used to be subscribed and used to be big fans. And now they're pushing back against him. But Reese has always been kind of popular in the SPTV space. I'm a little mixed on Reese myself because I prefer it when they do good research and really do things that are actually stopping Scientology, but most of them don't even care about that anymore. So they just do a lot of anecdotes about their personal lives, which is fine. That's their own thing, but it's not really too productive. And Reese really just doubles down on that. She's basically just running a lifestyle channel. And if that's working for her, that's fine. But that brings up the major dilemma that people might think, well, maybe she's just doing all this scandal stuff for money. She needs the money. She has a son. You're being too cruel. No, Reese is making tons of money. She's making very good money from her channel. She doesn't have to do this. So it just feels like she's being very vindictive towards Jeff and it's spiraling out of control. Now she's facing some real legal issues. Oh, yeah, she's asking for money to pay for her lawyers, even though she has enough money, but whatever. And Scoville is just getting nervous that he doesn't want to get caught in the wake of what will happen next. Because we got to be honest, even if Reese is as guilty as Tommy Scoville, and again, I have to admit this myself, we have a bias towards her. We think, oh no, it can't be Reese. She can't be the criminal mastermind. But that tape is very damning, and apparently there's a lot more to come, so it's just not looking good. And so her response so far, guys, they're just trolls. They have no life. They're just trying to take away what me and Mr. Scoville... Oh, wait, he's gone. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have any lives. I don't know. I mean, maybe Scoville has a criminal record. I don't know, guys. I'm not a genius here. Okay, I would agree. Reese is not a criminal genius, but you don't have to be a criminal genius to commit crimes. So I don't know. It looks bad. I don't know if he will properly be able to explain all this because that tape is going viral. So at this point, I don't know what her hardcore fans are going to say. I guess Jeff is a master of AI, and that's just all fake images, all of it. Scoville and her just transporting those goods, I guess.